Today's dinosaur is the Parasaurolophus, and that one I've always recognized because it has a really cool, like, kind of a single horn on top of its head that kind of goes backwards. Um, I always thought it was really recognizable and one of my favorites. It's a herbivore, so it eats plants, and it lived 76 to 74 million years ago. It's found in the United States and Canada, so North American continent. Um, So it's about 36 feet long and it weighs almost 8,000 pounds, 7,700 pounds roughly. So it's a pretty big dinosaur. Uh, let's go ahead and break this dinosaur down in some basic shapes to get started. Like a lot of the dinosaurs we draw, the body is going to be kind of like a pear shape. And I think it's best for this dinosaur. It's pretty long. It's also tall, but I think it's longer than it is tall. So let's put our paper sideways like this. And I'm going to put my pencil in whisper mode, make some really light lines. And I'm going to draw that pear shape right here in the middle, leaving room for a tail, and a head, and some legs. So this is just the body. It should be pretty close to the middle. There's my egg shape, pear shape. And off the back, let's go ahead and draw that carrot shape for the tail. And I think probably most of the time you're going to see the dinosaur's tail straight back because it's being used for balance, because especially if they're walking on two legs, that tail is probably just to keep them standing straight up. And then, so once I've got the tail, let's go ahead and move to the neck. And this neck is it's going to be kind of like um, wiggly rectangle. So it stays the same width apart. It doesn't get too much smaller as we go up. It's just going to stay more or less the same, but it does curve quite a bit. So it's going to go forward, up, and forward. And that's kind of coming off of the back of the body. I'm going to go down a little bit. Make sure it's pretty thick because this dinosaur's got a pretty big head, so it needs a thick neck to hold it up. It's going to kind of follow the same path. Forward, up, and over. I've still got plenty of room for the dinosaur head right here. And we're going to do the legs, and the legs go from really thick and get pretty thin. So I'm going to draw right almost in the middle of the body. I'm going to draw down and back. Then right here, kind of where the tail meets the body, I'm going to draw down and forward. Okay. I'm going to bring it straight down. And then here's going to be where kind of starts the ankle and the foot. So it's going to go kind of like down and over, like a letter J. I'm going to do the same kind of shape really lightly, just like this. And then it's actually got another kind of claw coming out to the back a little bit. So it's the same shape going backwards. Now, we got to draw those toes and the claws. So if I zoom in, I can draw, it's kind of like a hook. I'll do the same thing here, just like you would draw like a bird's claw. One going the other direction that way. Then I'm going to bring this toe back up here. Connect right here. Kind of looks like the foot of a chicken. Alright, now let's draw that other leg. It's going to go back from about right here. And I'm going to draw another line right here. Going to get closer and closer. And then this foot's going to be bent kind of at the ankle. So I'm going to make a turn right here. Then we got to do those tricky toes. So I'm going to draw over and forward. Over and forward. And we'll go ahead and draw the claws. And I think it probably has 3 toes, but I don't know that we can see the whole toe. So I'm just going to draw a little bump right here just to suggest that there is another toe right there. Okay, now I think we're ready for the arms, which arms are really... I'm going to draw the arms, which are going to start just below the neck, and I'm going to draw kind of like a number 7. I'm going to go over and down. I'm going to double it up and make another one, over and down. And then coming off of that, I'm going to draw the hands, which is going to kind of connect it with a zigzag line like that. And this one, go down and over and double that up. I'm going to draw the same shape. Okay, now let's work on the head. The head is going to start out kind of like a slice of pizza. So I'm going to move back up to here, to the neck, and I'm going to draw a big pizza slice. Right up here. And then this is the thing that really makes this dinosaur recognizable. I'm going to draw this plate coming off the back, and it curves back and down, and it's not pointy, it's kind of rounded. It's going to come back and forward. Okay. Now I think we're ready to do some of that erasing. So those whisper lines, the really light lines that we drew, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those where there's some overlap. So right here, as always. Right here where the tail connects to the body, I can get rid of that. Right here where the body connects to the neck. And on this dinosaur, I'm going to leave that most of that part. Except I think I can get rid of this very top. Okay, now let's make some of those details. So let's go ahead and draw the mouth. And the mouth kind of looks almost like a duck beak. So it doesn't go too far back. They obviously were not meat eaters. I'll put a little nostril here. Got like sesame seed or watermelon seed shape. And then right around here we'll put the eye. And we'll make that, it's going to be another small little eye. But I'm going to put some lines around it. And I'm going to darken the backbone a little bit. And I'm actually going to draw a second line just underneath it. It's kind of where the spine is kind of not showing through the skin, but you can kind of see the ridge of the spine. And we'll go ahead and draw some of those wrinkle details. Just like every creature, wherever it moves, it's got some folds in the skin. And if you think about that, it'll just make your drawing that much more lifelike. Now I'm going to go ahead and you can add color to your dinosaur with crayons or markers or colored pencils, whatever you want. I'm going to, I think I'm going to color this one with colored pencils. So let's give that a shot.